Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Ultimate Marvel Team Up, issue number 2. Now, as you know, Ultimate Marvel Team Up featured stories with Spider-Man teaming up with different Ultimate Marvel heroes in the Ultimate Universe. Some stories being linked into the Ultimate Universe, or ones being shipped onto parallel Earths. So here we've got Spider-Man being pretty much looked on by Hulk, who looks like he's about to eat him. And it starts off how that someone is reading a newspaper, and it's Peter Parker looking at Ben Urich. And Ben Urich's like, "Hey Peter, hey Mr. Urich, Ben, what are you looking at? The cover there in the front page. I was thinking, is that from today or from 2 months ago?" And so he even asks him, like, what's he got, homework and that, and he points out that it's kind of like called Triggs, and he points out how some kid said that he didn't really need the stuff, which is implied to be Flash Thompson, and the teacher said, so you can pass this class and get out of high school. And Ben Urich's like, that's a good answer, I liked it. So what's interesting is that Ben Urich gets a call from an unknown army officer who talks about something that's coming to New York and that the army are covering it up. But after this, he doesn't get the call ends, and as soon as the door opens, Jameson's like, "Already sold the advertisement, Robertson. I really think that I already sold the advertising." And so pretty much Jonah and Robbie get into a heated argument, with Ben trying to talk with them to no prevail. And eventually when he does, Jameson's like, "What? Tell the television station? We're a newspaper. TV is the enemy." And so pretty much Ben Urich points out that something's coming to New York, some sort of big monster thing. And they're like, "Well, let's not make any rash decisions. Jonah, this isn't about... It's our story. No one's gonna get hurt. Trust me, I have a sixth sense about these things." And so they hear a big thump, and Jameson gets everyone out, and Ben Urich looks on to wonder where Peter's gone, and Peter starts to believe that it could be Norman Osborn, as they never found his body, and this happened back in the early issues of Ultimate Spider-Man. So he goes to swing around, and as soon as he heads there, sees the footprint, he thinks it's Norman Osborn, but really it's the Hulk saying, "Hulk, smash!" And Peter's like, yikes. And so he mainly gets the stuffing beaten out of him, and Hulk basically reacts to someone taking a picture of him, and pretty much Peter lifts up a whole car, and just as the man's about to be squashed, Peter lifts up the Leno taxi, and Peter's like, "Candygram for Mr. Mongol," and knocks him down. So after getting down and the guy saying thanks, Peter's like, "Hey, any of you call the cops or anything?" Uh-oh. And so Hulk's pretty much survived. He's like, "Oh man." And just as Peter's about to be squashed by Hulk, and manages to jump away, and mainly tries to web him down with little success, and fires a mailbox at him, with one guy who's a cyclist throwing stuff at him, but ends up getting himself injured, and Peter's like, "Come on, guy, let me get you out of here before..." And then he finally gets picked up by the Hulk, which ends up with Spider-Man and Hulk kind of standing on with a whole bunch of people, and Hulk saying, "Hulk smash!" And yeah, this is the story. So the story isn't too bad. I think, yeah, it's a good introduction to the Hulk, and what's interesting that they do properly explore Hulk's origins, mostly in Ultimate Origins, so we kind of know what that story is, and yeah, and we do see Hulk in the Ultimates as well. So I think the story deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.